Welcome to the Farm Health Report Card tool. This will be a quick tutorial to show you how to navigate the platform and how to enter measurements and data so that you can start to track your progress. To get started, you can either log in if you've already made your account or sign up if this is your first time. All you have to do is enter your email and a quick password. Once you're logged in, this screen here will pop up. Now, I've already entered most of my data, but I'll walk you through it quickly. Here in the basic farm info, you'll be prompted to add the name of your farm, maybe a sentence of description about your place, and the total land under management. In my case, it's just 3 hectares. Here you can enter your decision makers from the unique context exercise. In my case, it's just me. I do have veto power, my partner, Alba, who also has veto power, and we've included our family as influencers, though we've stopped short of naming them each individually. You can also upload a picture of your farm, which will end up being the main picture for your profile and will also show up here in the corner. If you need to find the coordinates of your farm, I'll show you how to do that real quick in Google Maps. Here I can see an overview of my farm and neighborhood, and simply by clicking on some place that doesn't already have a label, you'll get a small pin show up with a box with information at the bottom. If you click this blue icon with coordinates at the bottom, you'll get the precise coordinates on the sidebar on the left, and you can copy and paste those into the Farm Health Report Card. This last option here is for a KMZ file, which is exclusive to Google Earth Pro. This allows you to upload a map with more detail of the land boundaries and the different parcels, as well as specific points of interest that we can look at later. Once you've completed your info, press save. This next tab is about primary production. If you have livestock, here you can put in for cattle, poultry, goats, swine, sheep, and others, as well as the breed and the number of head of livestock you have. This box is for the amount of hectares in which you produce arable crops on. And you can also specify which cultivar and the number of hectares for each species. Here you can enter the amount of land on which you practice agroforestry, which is any productive cultivation of timber crops or woody perennials. This box is for market gardens. This one is for pasture or forage. And this is for any other miscellaneous uses such as forest, aquaculture, hydroponics, or anything else that wasn't covered in the previous ones. Remember to press save when you're done. For landscape data, here you can enter your soil texture. If this isn't information that you have, there's a link in the instructions below that will show you how to get that information. Same here for soil type. Average topsoil depth here can be taken through a number of holes and samples of your soil on different representative areas of your farm. If you've taken any lab analysis of your soil recently, you can upload the file of the results here. And this last tab is for marking the amount of land on which you have irrigation. Here you can enter information about the structure of your business. In my case, I own the farm jointly between myself and my partner. We only have one building in our case, which is the farmhouse, but you can also put in any storage facilities or outbuildings that you use on your farm, either owned or rented. For financial resources, we don't necessarily need a monetary value here, just the types that you have access to. So in our case, we have our personal savings and occasionally are eligible for subsidies through the local natural park under which we're part of the jurisdiction. For human resources, I've just listed the people that I can regularly count on, which in my case is just me and my partner, as well as occasional help from her family members, and a list of categories of skills that we all bring collectively, such as construction, mechanics, farming, ecosystem restoration, social media marketing, and small business management in the case of my partner. For material resources, I listed that we've got 2 small cars, some basic power tools, a full restaurant's worth of kitchen equipment because this used to be a restaurant and they left all the stuff. I've got a tree nursery stock of about 1,200 trees and tons of seeds that I'm planting out this year. And we've got a large inventory of mixed and scrap salvage materials that we've been collecting for a while. It's more important to list the categories of things that you know you have access to. This can also be if you've borrowed them or if you're able to rent them nearby, but you don't have to be very specific, such as make and model of everything or exact numbers. There's better places to record that. Lastly, climate data goes here. So the climate category is based on the Köppen-Geiger classification, and this link here will give you resources to find your own if you don't already know it. In my case, the code for our climate is CFB, which is a Mediterranean cool summer climate. Our hardiness zone is 8A. There's also a link here to find that if you don't know it. According to the Catalan Meteorological Society, we're supposed to get around 750 millimeters of rain per year, but there are major annual variations, and quite frankly, this year we've only got about 400. Now, it can be hard to enter all of the data for the average rainfall and temperatures by month. I'm working on getting this to be something that you can upload because I have all this data, but it's in images. It can be very useful to know the longest recorded drought in your area and the most rainfall recorded in 24 hours. This is mostly going to come from local sources such as meteorological societies or universities, and so I don't have direct links, but I can give you some advice if you're looking for some. Make sure to save this as well. And now we can go to adding measurements. The measurements available right now are just the basics. We've got 3 options in each: ecological health, business health, and personal and community health. There's 2 main reasons why I selected these tests. First of all, there's so many different types of enterprises in farming that it can be hard to find overlap to make useful comparisons. These ones, in my opinion, are quite generally useful to everybody who is managing land. Second of all of these metrics are very simple to do, require very little technology, and are almost free. Under each one of these tabs, you'll find instructions on how to conduct the measurement, as well as a video or other resources to give you further direction. There will be various areas and instructions on what information to put in each, and in some cases the option to upload a file or an image. Once you're finished, you can click Submit Measurement, and if you later go to your dashboard, you'll see all of the measurements that you've done up until that point displayed here. At any time, you can click to add a new measurement, as well as any one of these options, in order to add more metrics and data to your own dashboard. Now, if at any time you want to change your settings, there's a tab to do so here. This takes you to the basic information on your profile, much of which is already populated from the data that you've entered earlier. And of course, you can update your email and change your password at the bottom. And that's it for this prototype version. We're definitely going to be working to add more features and make this even more attractive and user-friendly, but that's exactly why you're here, is to help to guide us in that process and make this as useful and valuable to you as possible. If you have any questions, always feel free to reach out.